Hey everybody, it's Valerie here with the Enchanted Oak. Today we're going to be discussing how to use essential oils safely, as well as answering questions pertaining to using essential oils in your everyday life, as well as using them within your business if you have one. So when it comes to safety, anything you put in or on your body, you have to take some precautions with. Essential oils are from plants. So if you're allergic to, let's say lavender, well, you don't want to use lavender essential oil. It comes from the lavender plant. So with knowing of allergies, triggers for headaches, example, knowing these things when working with clients is something that you need to be aware of. So we've got a couple of things we're going to go over here today. Let me just get my papers out. I don't want to hold the notebook in my hands here. All right. So with you using essential oils, you have to remember that it can interact with medications that you take, or it can cause them not to work, or can make them work faster. It could be more dangerous. So what we're going to do is just go over a few things about potential drug interactions, as well as some other safety information. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them down in the chat, and I will answer them as they come about. Now, I'll try to get through this quickly, and then we'll go into using essential oils in your everyday life and your business. So the first thing here is essential oils in topical use. Whether it's in creams, lotions, if it's neat where you're not mixing it with anything, you have to be careful if somebody uses transdermal patches, whether it's a medication patch or a nicotine patch, anything like that. The essential oil shouldn't be applied on that area, and they wear clothes. So if you have somebody who puts their patches on their arms, you don't want to give them something to that they would put on their arm area. This can cause it. The essential oils can alter the drug's bioavailability. It also could speed up or slow down the delivery of the drug. So it could alter the dose. So if you have a patch on that's giving you, we'll just put it's a pain medication, okay? And you put an oil on there, it could speed it up, therefore giving you more of the dose than you should be having. It could also slow it down and make it to where it's not doing anything, and it's because of the essential oil. Now, when it comes to taking essential oils internally, I do not recommend it. There's things, I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, you can take this type of essential oil, you can ingest it. I'm highly against that. With this list here, it's like, things like peppermint. They have taking it orally could cause issues with like gastroesophageal reflux disease, which is GERD. Taking orally is not going to be good for you. Now, I know there's some companies who make these products so you can ingest essential oils internally. I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but I advise against it. There's just so many issues. And what I will do is, if you're in our Facebook connections group, I'm going to have some of this information there in a Word document, just so that you guys can see it. Another thing to do is, say somebody comes to you and is like, hey, I need something for headaches. If I get a really bad headache, I can't sleep, and I just want something that'll calm it so I can sleep. Maybe something will help me sleep better. So anything with that, you have to look at like your sedating oils. If somebody is on a painkiller or any other type of sedative type drug that could cause issues with it. It could intensify it even more. It could also cause a possible interaction with the drug to where it's not working at all. And we don't want that. We want our essential oils to work with medications that you're taking. Maybe even replace them. When I do my herbal teas, I will put a little laminated card. I don't think I have any nearby, but I'll put a laminated card with it that'll list all the herbs in it. Anything I make with essential oils, I'll list the essential oil. Reason being is if you're on medications, when you go to the doctor's office, like, well, are you taking any medications, any supplements, anything like that, giving them that list, they know, okay, she's using lemongrass and lavender on a daily basis for whatever reason. It's going to interact with this medicine. You shouldn't take it. Or the doctor can try to prescribe something to where you can still take that essential oil, whether it's in a diffuser, an inhaler, anything like that, and they won't interact. In most cases, I try to work with my clients with what they're taking already and make sure that there's no interactions with the oils that I'm providing them or recommending to them. Most doctors don't, I guess, have the experience, or not, I don't want to say experience. They don't have the knowledge of essential oils and aromatherapy and herbs within their practice to say, okay, well, yeah, taking chamomile herbal tea, I shouldn't give them Xanax, which I'm throwing that out there just as an example. Not saying that's an interaction in any way, but off the top of their head, they're not going to know that. They would have to go in and research it. If you're taking a herbal tea that has different herbs in it, then they'd have to look at each one and everything like that. So with any root, whether you are doing a diffuser oil or an inhaler or cream, lotion, anything like that, you want to look at your chemical family, compare it to what your client is taking. So, okay, for example here, oils containing methyl salicylate, which is like birch and wintergreen, should be avoided with blood thinners. The methyl salicylate is known as a blood coagulation. It's known to inhibit blood clotting, we'll put it that way. So it could affect that blood thinner that you're taking. So if it's inhibiting your blood clotting and you're taking a blood thinner on top of that, it could cause internal hemorrhaging, which you don't want. And of course, you're saying, even small doses, like a drop here, a drop there, could cause issues and should be avoided. Same thing as with those two oils, right? Those two oils have a lot of safety concerns. If people are taking aspirin, they shouldn't be using those oils because the methyl salicylate is converted into salicylic acid. And that's kind of like overdosing on it. So there's a lot of safety concerns, and it's going to take a little bit of research there. That way you don't have drug interactions, or you're giving somebody something that, yeah, it might work great for you and for everybody else who takes it. However, not everybody takes the same medication. Not everybody has the same ailments or anything like that. So you want to be careful. All right. So when it comes to using essential oils, there's a few things to look at. There's some oils, if somebody's vulnerable to epileptic seizures, that you shouldn't use. There's a list of them. There's things like spike lavender, wintergreen, birch. Those two come up in a lot. Sage, pennyroyal, Spanish lavender, things like that. If you have a client who's pregnant or breastfeeding, you can give them oils, but it's recommended at like lower dosages, like a 1% dilution. So you would use in like 1 ounce. 1 ounce of carrier, you'd use like 5 drops of your oils. It's very little. Let's see. And then again, there's a list. So I'm not going to go through each every single oil. You know, that's stuff you can look up and research. And then we see here, okay, people with high blood pressure. Well, we don't see, after the research, there's no evidence supporting that there's going to be any contradiction with topical use of essential oils with high blood pressure. Now, when it comes to your essential oils, it is highly, highly, highly recommended that you dilute your oils. Basically, you want to put it in a carrier oil. You don't want to apply essential oils directly to the skin. That can cause skin sensitivities, irritation. It could also cause discoloration. There are going to be some times that you could use an oil neat, like I said, with no carrier. And I'd be using like a drop. Like I know some people who use a drop of frankincense on the back of their neck. It'll help with headaches and tension, things like that. But over time, if you continue to do that, you can get a sensitivity to that oil. So it's usually within 1 ounce of carrier oil. This is 5 to 18 drops total. I use about 5 to 6 drops. Same with, I think that's wrong. Yeah, it should be 5 to 6 drops, not 5 to 18. Sorry. And that's the same with children or elders on multiple medications, pregnant women, serious health conditions. Always start with a low concentration, which would be that 5 to 6 drops in 1 ounce of carrier oil. That way, you can, if you do it less, there's no reaction to it, but it's not quite working. You can put it a little more and test that. You don't want it to, you don't want like 3 to 5% dilution and to start out with. It's just not good there. Another birch or wintergreen, don't give to used or given to children just because of the salicylates on there. Same thing with like aspirin. You don't give them aspirin, things like that. We don't use essential oils directly on the fur or skin of animals, just because they could have a toxic reaction to that. Now, when it comes to essential oils in your pets, they can smell it. As long as they're not eating it or you're not rubbing it on them, anything like that, it's safe for you to use essential oils around your pets. I know there's a lot of people that say, oh, well, you know, if they just smell it, something can happen. Well, keep in mind, your essential oils are from plants. Now, if your dog has if you bring in jasmine flowers and your dog is allergic to jasmine, well, don't have jasmine essential oil in the house because, yes, the smell could cause an allergic reaction. Same with like basil, thyme. If you don't have it in the house because of allergies, don't use the essential oil. Same thing. But if they're around it and they're not licking it or you're not putting it on, it's totally fine. I just want to throw out there, there's a lot of reports and stuff out, but there's not enough evidence with testing on pets and essential oils that I'm aware of. I could be wrong, but I don't make anything for pets with essential oils just because of the possible reactions that could happen. There are some essential oils that are phototoxic. Basically, a lot of your citrus, a bergamot, lemon, lime, cold pressed lime. If it's distilled, it's fine. Grapefruit. Grapefruit is another one. If you're taking, I think it's an antibiotic, it'll tell you avoid grapefruit juice in the sun. Phototoxic. Things like that. So basically what will happen is if you put something, say you have any of those citrus notes or citrus essential oils in a product that you use, you should avoid the sun and tanning beds for about 18 hours after application. Now, if it's something you put on under your clothing where the sun isn't exposed to it, you should be fine. The reason why you shouldn't be out in the sun with it is your skin could burn, and it's making your skin, well, it's phototoxic, where the UV lights makes it toxic. It could cause burns, discoloration, major irritation. So it's just something that you want to, I know people who made like lip balm and had lime and grapefruit. Well, that's great, but if you're going to put that on, you shouldn't go outside. Your lips are going to burn. And it may not happen the first time, the second time, but it could happen. So that's a big safety concern with some of these citrus oils that I take into effect when I make my products. Hey, if I'm making a lip balm, you're going to wear it all the time. I know I do. Inside, outside, a lot of time in the summer, my skin, I burn easily. So I'll use like a lip balm, and just to keep them from getting burnt or chapped, anything like that. In the winter, I use it a lot, but I'm also outside. So, yeah, we try to keep those oils out of there. People with asthma or seasonal and seasonal skin allergies should proceed cautiously with essential oil. A lot of that is, asthma. Some things could be triggered by smell. I know some people who get headaches with smells, things like that. It's not that they're so much allergic, it's a trigger for them. Keep essential oils out of the reach of children. Yeah, essential oils may be safely used internally if you have appropriate medical guidance by a trained clinical aromatherapist who understands pharmacodynamics, pharmacokinetics, appropriate formulation techniques, and the safety issues related to each route of application. I am not one of those. Don't plan to be one of those. I'll be a certified aromatherapist, but not a clinical. Going through all that. So, yeah, it's not something that I just do it. I don't advise internally. I don't. If somebody says, "Oh yeah, this is safe to take," I want to see their certification. I want to see their research, their testing, everything behind it before I would take it internally. Because I just don't know. I'm really careful with what I put in, and I don't want any reactions. And no, I feel it would do more harm than good to take an essential oil internally. So I try not to. And like I said, there's a lot. I mean, it's not like you're dealing with acid. And there's all these safety, and some of the general safety terms. Keep out of reach of children. You could be poisoned. The essential oils are part of plants. It's a concentrated oil of the plant. They carry a lot of chemicals in it. So it's just something that you have to be aware of. So, and if you're using essential oils at home, ask somebody if you know. If you have a question, you can come to me. You have the contact information, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, email, website, contact us. Say, hey, look, I want to use this, but I have this condition, or I take this medicine. What's up? Can I use it? I'll go and do the research. I can pull up the information that I have access to just to see. And if I don't, I can find out. You know, and if you don't want to ask me or you don't know anybody else to ask, you can research it yourself. You know, we're in a time we have Google. Google knows everything. I don't know if Alexa would know, but Google does. Or at least Google can point you to research that has been done to say, yes, you can take this oil while you're taking this medication. So yeah. Oh, excuse me. It's been a busy week. We got new products coming out. Damien, or the Enchanted Oak Youngin, has started making soap. So you should be seeing videos on those. So yeah, it's been a long week. And I just want to throw in, I apologize about yesterday. I didn't realize it was Friday until I went to bed. So that's why we're doing the live stream today. So that's it about safety. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, just leave them down below. And I will be able to, I can come back and answer them. You can also pick us up on all our social media or email our website, and get all that information there too. Ask us a question, be like, hey, look, can you do this? I do have the link down below, the Aromahead Institute school that I am going for my aromatherapist certification, as well as where I get my oils. So that is there. So we are going to take a brief 5-minute break. I'm going to go grab my water real quick. I'm actually going to put a sign up here, I think. I don't want somebody to come in and be like, oh, where's everybody at? So we'll open a new text document. This will work. We'll put a picture in there. Back in 5 minutes. Oh, well. Desktop. I'll put my logo. That'll work. No, I'm just playing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make this bigger. Alright, and then I'm going to share that. Alright, so I will be back in 5 minutes. I'll go grab a drink real quick, and then we'll talk about the business, how to use it in everyday life and in your business. All right. Just waiting just a couple minutes. I came back a little sooner. I just had to run and grab my water up top. All right. So, with getting into how to use essential oils daily and how you can incorporate them in any business that you have. So, if you don't have business, you're just like, I'd love to be able to incorporate them more at home. You can make your own cleaning supplies with them, which is great. I make an all-purpose cleaner and a window cleaner. It's kind of the same thing with essential oils. There's you can do furniture polish. You can make it's like a scrubbing agent as well. It's like baking soda, essential oils, things like that. So you can start changing out those chemicals that you use for cleaning to a more natural approach to it. You kind of be healthier, especially if you have asthma or if you're really sensitive to things like bleach, like me, and other chemicals that are used daily in the household. Another thing you can do is if you have a diffuser, you can always put in essential oils into the diffuser. So if you want your home more calming, or you need more energy, right now I actually have a humidifier in our living room, and it's supposed to get the whole house. And I put in, it's like an energizing citrusy type oil mix that we got. We mix it in there, and you can smell it somewhat throughout the house, but it's great. I love it. I have diffuser beads that I put a calming, it's called Calming Zen oil blend that I got. Love it. We keep it on the table, dining room table, where we're usually at often. So just that little bit will help you. If you have allergies or headache, just having an inhaler to use will benefit you. Just carry it around. Or first sign of a headache, take a couple of deep breaths with that. You can also use it for a sleep aid. I know if you have trouble sleeping, you're baking a linen spray with things like lavender. Lavender is great for that. I don't like the smell of lavender personally. I know many people do. So that's a great little thing to make for like a bed spray. You spray before bed. So that's just a couple things. I mean, you could go all out and make your own soap and incorporate essential oils in it. Just so many things you can do. And you don't have to change out everything. I try to do more natural things, but I'm not going to sit here and make laundry soap or window cleaner or anything else like that. Well, I do make window cleaner. I didn't for a while, but I just started doing that. I can't make everything natural. So I kind of try to watch the ingredients, or I'll buy locally. I will find a local vendor who hand makes their stuff. These pure essential oils, I'll go ahead and get those. I just like that natural, not so many chemicals, things like that. It's just everything as a preservative or a chemical or something, and it's just horrible. And so there's just some ways you can incorporate it into your everyday life. Like I said, even just having a diffuser or if you have a humidifier, putting in there. You can even take, I've seen people like their, the filters in their air conditioner / furnace heater. They'll take It's like a dryer sheet type material. And they'll soak it in the essential oil and they'll put it on the filter. So as the air goes through it, it's going throughout the house. And so you're getting that benefit of the smell without having to purchase anything additional. So there's that. Now, if you have a business, you can incorporate essential oils many, many ways. So let's start with some of the obvious things. Okay, you make your own soap. Wonderful. Like I said, we just started on the soap adventure with Damien. He's doing artisan and beneficial soaps. So we're going to be adding essential oils to it. So, you know, things that would help with calming or energizing or congestion, just to name a few, you can incorporate those oils into the soap that you make for your customers. You can also make your own oil blends. You can, if you make your natural products like deodorant or toothpaste or mouthwash or bath bombs, that whole line there, you incorporate essential oils. It's one of those with incorporating the essential oils, and it's not saying you have to go out and buy all these things. I prefer essential oils over fragrance oil because the fragrance oil is just that, it's the fragrance. A lot of your fragrance oils are not going to have the chemical components that an essential oil has. It's a fragrance. It's not distilled from the plant. Though they might have some essential oil in it, you're not going to get the full benefits of it. So that's another thing to look for as well. So let's get off the easy ones, soap, bath, body, things like that. If you make jewelry, you can make diffuser jewelry. I'll actually be having a couple videos coming out soon of a couple handmade diffuser charms. I found these lockets that have holes cut out in them. I can't remember right offhand. I think there's one as a tree. I mean, you can see like the holes with the leaves. But it's a locket, so you can take those little cotton rounds that'll fit in the locket, and you can have those, you give those with the necklace, and what'll happen is the customer can put their essential oil on it. So say they use lavender every day, okay? To calm anxiety, right? Or, where they work, they're prone to headaches just because of the area, or any triggers there. They can have a blend that they would put on that cotton pad and put it in the pendant, and then when they wear it, you're getting the benefits of that. So you can do that. You can, if you do polymer clay, you can make diffuser beads. I do have a tutorial out on those already, so you can just check out our channel and see that. Let's see. If you sew, you can make, I call them inhaler pillows. So basically what it is you sew a little pillow. It doesn't have to be like huge. It can be a little, ones I made are like 6 inches by 6 inches. You take and you can fill that with a cotton interior, and you can put the essential oil in it. I've done sleep pillows with a lavender blend. What else can you do? I just went blank. I had my whole list of things. Okay. All right. So, with whatever you do, now if you knit, I just started knitting, so I'm trying to think. You could, okay, I know this is not this is how you can use essential oils, but if you knit, you could make little bags to hold essential oils. Essential oils are becoming a big thing. Everybody, I don't want to say everybody, majority of the people know about them and have them, whether they've gone to shows and got doTERRA, or there's another one, or they kind of, have their specific oils they use, things like that. I have a box full of oils. Plus, I think you've seen in another tutorial that I've done, you saw my oil herb cabinet. I have oils everywhere. So you could knit a bag that has like little loops on the inside to where a bottle would fit in it. So like if I was going to go visit a client to do a consultation, I could just take that bag. I don't have to take my trusty cardboard box full of oils. It looks more professional, more presentable, so you could do things like that. You don't have to use essential oils in what you do. I know some people who will mix essential oils with clay to make different products. I don't, because once you bake it, it kind of bakes off the thing. That's why diffuser beads are great. You know, you bake it and then you put it in a bowl, you drop your oil on it, and it's the diffuser. You can just keep adding. So there's a lot of different things that you can do to add essential oils to your business. If you're one who uses fragrances and it's not pure essential oils, you can switch them out. So say you use, Damien has eucalyptus fragrance oil. It smells great. It smells just like the real thing, but it's a fragrance oil. It's not an essential oil. So by swapping that out, you can actually say, okay, this is all natural now. It doesn't have a fragrance oil. It's got an essential oil. If you make, what's another big one we use? Bath bombs. You've seen ours. I add essential oils in those. I'm not going to say, oh, this is going to benefit you by calming you and relaxing you, and right before bed is great if it's a fragrance oil. If I don't know, okay, I have jars of lavender. I don't use them because I couldn't tell you they were pure because I don't have the GCMS report. I can't tell you, yeah, it's pure lavender essential oil. It's not diluted with anything. I don't know. So therefore, I can't say, yep, this was what it is, when it may not be. So it's just little things that I do for here. I've got the cabinet you saw of essential oils. I don't use anymore. I use them more for my incenses now, because I can't say, yep, it's in a pure essential oil, because I get it from a distributor who gets it from a wholesaler who gets it from a distiller, I believe. So I don't know if there's been any additives added to it. I can't wholeheartedly say, oh yeah, it's made with pure essential oils, when I don't know. So if you're on the website and you see, made pure essential oils, 100% natural, then okay, yes, she put it in an actual essential oil. It's not a fragrance oil. It's not something she's not sure if it's right. So things like that. So just some things to look into. Like I said, you can incorporate essential oils, the oil itself, or products to market to people who use oils in many different ways, and different crafts that you do to sell. Like I said, there's always a way to incorporate essential oils with anything you do. Like I said, whether it's knitting or crocheting a bag that you can carry your essential oils in, or actually making oil blends to sell, putting blends in your soaps or bath bombs or lipsticks, anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. I actually have a lot to do today, but I wanted to get this in there just because I totally forgot yesterday was Friday, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna do this video, so I gotta do that. We got some videos coming up. Monday's Metaphysical Corner, Wednesday is a tutorial, and next Friday we will be starting a new informational series. It won't be live, it'll be recorded. Couldn't tell you what the subject is yet because I have to go upstairs, figure it out, and record it for you. So With that said, remember we post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 95% of the time. And let me see. If you like this series and you want more like live subjects, topics like this, like, you know, this one, I prefer to do it live just for you. I can answer your questions. Go ahead and let me know. Comment down below. So I know what you guys want. We want to give you content that you enjoy, that you want to watch, and be a part of. So if you're like, hey, look, no more lives. We don't want to do the live thing. We'd rather wait for you to post the video and go watch it then. Let me know, and then I will do that. If you come back and say, hey, can we have an informational series on this or that, or can you do more on essential oils but go more into specifics, I can do that too. But I need to hear from you, so go ahead and comment down below what you want to do, how you want to see this channel grow. So I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Stay warm. I know this weather is horrible everywhere. It's kind of nice today, but there's ice in my backyard. So no fire pit today. So if you haven't, go ahead and give a thumbs up to this video if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't. Hey, they help me. If you like it, I know this is what you want to see. If you don't like it, I'm like, okay, we're not going to do that anymore. Or we're going to try something different. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified when we do upload videos, go ahead and hit that little bell for notifications. You can find us on all our social media, Facebook, Pinterest, Pinterest, social media. But it's Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. We just got on Twitter. I think that's it. We're not on Snapchat. But we also have the website as well that you can contact us and check out our new products there. So with that said, I will let you guys go, and I will see y'all later. Have a great weekend. Bye.